What is up YouTube, it's Kingfisher745, and in this video we're going to tackle the Chapter 10 Mission 2, Heroic Battle. Now I just want to begin by saying this one is similar to some of the others in that these heroics aren't exactly consistent. One of the biggest issues has been with Mission 1s. Now for me, I've only had some of the easiest fights ever on Mission 1, and only recently did I see what many of you were talking about. That is, with the Constrictor using a ton of items like Lost Pages of Vishanti, the Crippler, and he just ends up being a huge annoyance. It's randomness, and I really don't know what to tell you about it. It's something that the developers thought was a good idea. For this encounter, well, we're going to go through the dialogue, and then I'll tell you how it's inconsistent as well. Another Sentinel down. Wish I'd gotten a crack at Ultron. A robot's a robot. I think we ought to set our sights a little higher. Like on what's-his-name? Whatever Hellstrom's calling himself. Go home, boys. You play with lightning, and scare the innocents. Leave the pursuit of the worthy to those who would survive the encounter. Something tells me they're not going to listen. We're fighting Sentinels just like you are, Goldilocks. Butt out. You do not deceive me, Stein. If you are too headstrong to listen to your elders, perhaps you are in need of a lesson. Alright, so that's the setup for this one, and I tried to do multiple fights, that way I could see a different perspective on it. What I can tell you is he starts out immune to burning, chilled, poison, and radiation. He's testing the kids, so he'll also take reduced damage from electricity attacks. Lastly, he does begin with Mighty Shroud, so that means he cannot be hit with any debuffs for that first round. Other than that, there's two other mechanics that seem to come and go, just at random. Sometimes he begins with it, other times you won't see it at all. First of all, I can tell you I did this heroic a number of times, and I didn't see a Summon Thunder, not a single one. This was actually the very first battle I saw it used. Thor unfortunately does get to go first, and he just uses his Empowering Strike. Then we are going to see his mechanic, and it's called Electrically Charged ×5. What this means is Thor's preparing to strike with Summon Lightning, but it's actually Summon Thunder. However, it claims it can be removed by Victor Mancha, and I've never been able to remove it, so I don't know what's going on with that. Now, people have said you can use Victor's level 9, play Shaken on Thor. With or without Mighty Shroud, I have never seen one of those stacks go down. Supposedly Victor can do it and even Static Charge, but like I said, it's a very inconsistent fight. The good news is, your Victor will get Take Charge, electric attacks become free actions, and deal additional damage. This also says removes one electrically charged. And maybe it will when his Mighty Shroud is down, but I could have sworn I've tried that and it didn't even work for me then. What you can do though is a lot of damage, so just go ahead and use as many electric attacks as you can, and if you put a ton of stamina on Victor, you could probably just finish off Thor right here. By the way, if you do get to go first with the kids, you should go ahead and use that shield that Victor has. Don't waste your time trying to attack or debuff Thor with that Mighty Shroud. After that, I usually just go ahead and flank him with Stein, and these two runaways just knock him out no problem. That was when I never even saw Summon Thunder. This time, however, we had bad turn order, and right out of the gate, Thor came out with 5 stacks, Mighty Shroud, and like I said, he's going to hit us with that big attack for the first time. But going back to Stein, if you can just use his debuff that prevents ranged attacks, you're going to have a pretty easy time with this fight. Honestly though, like I said, this fight is very inconsistent. You may never see Summon Thunder, or he may practically wipe out your entire team. In actuality, it could be a one-shot. So once again, we have a random fight. And also in this fight, since we were actually trying to experience Summon Thunder for the first time, plus I wanted to try out Stein's electric attack, instead of preventing his ranged attacks. So we got to experience Summon Thunder and it wasn't fun. So for those of you wondering the exact name, as soon as you can apply debuffs, use Fistigons Boom Boom Pow. This is going to play Shaken, so Thor is unable to use ranged abilities. Unless Thor does something crazy and takes out your entire team right away, you should be fine. Especially once Victor starts getting to unleash all these free action attacks. We were still pretty worried though, I have to admit, and after this final Dragon Claw, he's at 4400 HP. So next, we're going to go ahead and use our level 2 Get 'em Old Lace. Now at this point you're probably wondering, why didn't you still use Shaken on him? And that's because we are still trying to pinpoint this inconsistent fight. Can we ever remove those stacks? Like I said, it seems like we can't no matter what we do. I know he refreshed Mighty Shroud, but then he attacked, and he still has 5 stacks even at the end. But you know, even with this craziness, I don't know exactly what to say, but hopefully you've heard my tips and you take them into account. Plus at the very least realize, if you just get a bad draw, restart the heroic, and know it's not your fault. It's just another inconsistent battle. What you can win here though is the bonded E-Iso-8 for Chase Stein, and that has him start combat with 5 stacks of empathic bond. Then for Victor Mancha, it's the calculating E-Iso-8. One step ahead, start combat with crackling shield and static cling. This would be a very nice one to win, and we already have chases, so I'm hoping that we get this one. So here goes nothing. It's gonna be 5 CP, so not too bad. But we missed that E-Iso by 1. As for the final dialogue, woohoo, did you see that? We got Thor. Well, only for a second, he's up again. Think he's mad? He looks mad, what should we do? I'm thinking get the hell out of here is our best plan. Alright, so that's going to be it for Mission 2's Heroic. I at least hope my words helped. Thank you all for watching, please like, comment, and subscribe. Then until next time, good luck, and take care.